Did you know that all RV parks power are not created equal? Let me show you what I mean. The first thing to know is whether your RV is a 50 amp or a 30 amp. Once you find that out, then you gotta figure out what power the RV park has. This is a power pedestal. In here, this is where your breakers are and your plugs. Inside of your power pedestal will look a lot like this. As your breakers up here, here's a 50 amp, here's a 30 amp, and here's a 15 amp. This is what a 50 amp plug looks like. This is a 30 amp plug, and these are your 15 amp plugs. Good rule of thumb is when you pull into your RV spot, see if you have power, because sometimes you have no power, and you'd rather find out before you unhook. If you didn't notice, I already have a dog bone to my 50 amp surge protector that plugs into the RV. At this RV park, there's only 30 amp service at these sites. So that means I need a dog bone to put me from 30 amps to my 50 amp plug so I can plug into the RV. So what does it mean when you have a 50 amp RV and you only have 30 amp service? Well, on our rig, we have 3 AC units. So that means we can only run about 2. But if we're running 2 AC units, that means we can't run the microwave, we can't run our dryer, can't run our air fryer, we'll pretty much trip the breaker. So you have to be careful with what you run. For instance, if we need to run the air fryer, I'll turn off 1 AC unit and turn the air fryer on. So you can use 30 amp on a 50 amp, but if you have a 30 amp RV, you cannot step up to 50 amps. So you can only come down from a 50 amp RV to a 30 amp down, or from a 30 amp RV down to a 15, but you can't step up. Follow us for more tips and tricks.